Forchenault, don't be a dick anymore, come on.
Yes, Father?
I better get a hug out of this.
I know not what you seek of Heidelin, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility.
I'm assuming, you know, we'd get everybody to the moon first, wouldn't we?
Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you.
What?
I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born.
Aww.
I thought my heart...
I just started the stream, don't make me cry again. Come on. He's terrified.
Love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled.
He just wants to save his kids.
I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures.
I knew it too. Like, he just did it because he cares too much about. He cares not too much. He cares so much about them.
The great exodus would succeed. Must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlien's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Forchenault. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship.
I knew it. That's literally it. He just wanted to get them to safety.
I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
Man, I just wish my dad would talk to me this way.
Journey for you to have come
I've been nothing but a fucking failure for the past few years.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed.
That's all I
All that we
want,
have
just to
seen
hear
and
this from
heard.
my own dad.
that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
Oh.
Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Brilliant.
Oh. He just cares so much about them. It's literally just a father who cares so much he doesn't care if his kids hate him as long as they're safe. And I can't fault him for that. I really can't. Because I would do the same
Though
thing.
I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well.
I can't fault him for the way he acted.
I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular.
Yeah, he probably hated me.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today.
This is not cry counters, I'm not crying.
In
It's
which
just a beautiful
case,
moment.
I hope you continue to guide them.
Of course. They're my little siblings. I'm gonna do everything I can to protect them.
If
keep
we
them
finish
safe.
loitering about the harbour, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers
Good
here
point.
after all.
I really hope Aaronville continues with us from here on out. Like, actually will, like, maybe not be a constant companion, but, like, show up when we're at places and just to, like, help us out at times. I feel like he'd be a really good character, not to join us in the long run, but to continue to make, like, appearances at times. Just to be like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And, like, you just happen to, like, go on, like, little mini adventures with him every once in a while. So I feel like once this is done, we go back to being an adventurer and just kind of, like, go explore ruins and, like, treasure hunt and stuff, like adventurers do. Lend us your strength. But, like, Aaronville, I think would make a really good character, like, show up at places and kind of, like, walk with us for times, but not be a character that, like, is constant companion. Is, like, this is a guy that kind of is just, like,
Your assistance is
happens to be
appreciated.
where we're going at the same time.
Now, in an
I think
orderly
he-
fashion,
I think
if
he-
you please.
I think he'd fit really well in that kind of sense. I mean, the fact that he's got a name and has, like, been, you know, increasingly important.